Now, if this isn't gaslighting, I don't know what is. Watch this.
Jeffrey initiated that chain, and she took the information. Just like if somebody texts me.
Yeah, but she was responding and saying, you know, what are you talking about? Quick, I'm up next. And then her questions were about Rona. But do you think that was inappropriate? I mean, would you text with someone who is a registered sex offender about what you should ask?
I honestly know that he had never been convicted of any federal crimes at that time.
But he had been in jail already.
He had been
got a
in
plea
jail.
deal.
And my deal is this. The Republicans are constantly texting with a 34-count convicted felon. So if it's
one
okay.
thing I'm going to say is I don't know if she's a bad person. She may be the greatest person to her family. However, on the TV, as far as the eye can see, yeah, Jasmine Crockett, she stay getting caught up in lies. She's the queen of gaslighting. Don't know what I'm talking about? I'm going to stop wasting your time. We're going to go ahead and roll this clip. Check this out.
So if it's okay for them to text him at any point in time, then I'm not going to say that that's right or wrong, especially to the extent that you're talking about kicking someone off their committee. Was it a matter of her being involved?
You mentioned Lee Zeldin there. He's now a cabinet secretary. He responded and said it was actually Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, who's a doctor that doesn't have any relation to the convicted. Unfortunate for that doctor, but that is who donated to a prior campaign of his. Do you want to correct the record on the people that you
Listen, I never said that it was that Jeffrey Epstein.
You talked about Republicans taking money from a Jeffrey Epstein. Here's what you said.
Who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein.
Mind you, she originally said, I didn't say that Jeffrey Epstein. She said, I said a Jeffrey Epstein. Come on now, like really? Do you forget that we all have these recordings and you can't edit that? Oh man, I'm telling you, she should be ashamed of herself. I don't even know why she's still running, but I'm guessing it's the money. Can't knock the hustle.
As I had my team dig in very quickly, Mitt Romney, the NRCC,
fired.
Lee Zeldin, George Bush,
Who's that
Win
team?
Red, McCain Palin.
She thought she was
Rick
cooking.
Lazio. Just so that people understand, when you make a donation, your picture is not there. And because they decided to spring this on us in real time, I wanted the Republicans to think about what could potentially happen, because I knew that they didn't even try to go through the FEC. So my team, what they did is they Googled, and that is specifically why I said a Jeffrey Epstein. Unlike Republicans, I at least don't go out and just tell lies.
What?
Because it was not the same one, that's fine. But when Lee Zeldin had something to say, all he had to say was, it was a Jeffrey Epstein.
Do you mean to tell me that while the American people are struggling through a government shutdown, Jasmine Crockett stands in front of a pulpit lying through her teeth and her lashes and hands out a $2,500 check, not to the people who are struggling, but to her pastor? Well, what makes this so messed up is that Jasmine continued to receive a paycheck during this entire government shutdown, which in my opinion, these shutdowns would hit different.
Speaking of hypocrisy, I do want to point out, since we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein, because we couldn't talk about Epstein before. If y'all recall, we were gone for about 2 months because we couldn't talk about Jeffrey Epstein. And now everybody wants to act as if they want to have like a real honest conversation about the victims and the survivors and everybody else. Where was this conversation a long time ago? And I know that y'all love to go back and say that Joe Biden didn't do it. You know, Joe Biden is blamed for everything. Joe Biden didn't do anything.
Same way
and
as
it was
Trump.
Joe Biden's fault. And why wasn't Joe Biden? Joe Biden didn't campaign on it. I just want to be clear. If y'all can run me the tape, then run me the tape. But you know, when you campaign and you go out and you make a promise, then we evaluate whether or not you actually meet your promises. So listen, this was rope that y'all decided to hang yourselves with because the president campaigned on the Epstein files while we were campaigning on things such as affordability. We were campaigning on the things that now people are complaining about, right? Because of the tariffs and the fact that you guys won't say anything and tell the president, hey, sir, tariffs are taxes. We as Republicans, we usually don't like taxes. And guess what? That's going to make everything unaffordable.
I don't like when she does that. All that gaslighting and manipulating. What do you mean, us as Republicans? No, anyone who has a certain kind of money does not like taxes. Who likes taxes anyway? Even the average working person don't like taxes. So for her to sit here and say, you know, us Republicans don't like taxes, that narrative got to really stop. It's as if people hate successful people or those who get it out the mud or create something out of nothing or make something with something and make it better. You know what I mean? It seems like you have to be punished nowadays for those reasons, which doesn't make any sense.
So now he's going to be our big savior, and he is going to reduce the price of foods because he is the guy that actually increased the price of foods.
So we don't know what the DOJ has,
Check
nor
this
what
out.
it is that the DOJ potentially was trying to do. Considering that the president right now is trying to obstruct on some very basics of let's just get a subpoena that says release all the information, I wouldn't be surprised, just like he obstructed the prosecution of one of his henchmen who took $50,000 in taxpayer dollars from undercover officers. I wouldn't be surprised if he sent a message and said, stop investigating. We're done with this. Epstein's dead. I don't want to hear anything else about it.
Do you have any evidence of that claim?
I have no idea. No, that's
Did y'all hear this right now? Why would you make an accusation like this and then they're asking you, do you have such proof? And you go,
no.
I'm just assuming. You know what they say when you assume? You make an ass out of who? Yeah, you know the rest of that story. She gotta, it's funny how she's not embarrassed to continue going forward. She just does it with her head high like this never happened.
that's the whole point.
My staff
That's the whole point.
did the research that her staff did, and we did it in less than 25 minutes. And Romney, Bush, the NRCC, WinRed, no one took Epstein money. It checks out. She's dumb. She knows her staff is dumb. That's why she gave herself an out. So she lied. And only in politics can you lie and get away with it. Actually, the better liar you are, the farther you go. Look at Schiff. He lied about Trump, and now he got a promotion to a senator. Look at Newsom, Clinton, all these. Blumenthal said he served in Vietnam. He never even been in the country, and he's still in the Senate. So they had what they thought Trump dead to rights, and now everyone's collateral damage. Stacey from the not-so-Virgin Islands. You have Hakeem soliciting cash and dinner invitations. You have Crockett now and Summers. And there's going to be more. And here's why, Jessica. Now they're putting out flight manifests in 30 days. They're putting out all of the FBI and DOJ investigative documentation. Now, Donald Trump cut him loose in 2004. All of this documentation that's going to come out is going to be from 2008, when the first charges were filed, to 2019, when the second charges were filed. Everything in between that decade, all he's doing, Jessica, is hanging out with Democrats. That's all he's doing. He's not donating to Republicans. He's not hanging out with Republicans. So it doesn't even matter if you guys did or did not get massages, did or did not hang out with Myers. Doesn't even matter. The mere allegation that's going to come out in these documents is going to ruin people's lives. And I'm sorry, you pushed this. Trump was trying to be a gentleman, and he was going to say a lot of people's lives are going to be ruined. A lot of people will have their reputations destroyed from innuendo. And I'm sorry, but that's the way it's going to happen. Now, you're right about J.P. Morgan. This is out, and it's huge. So J.P. Morgan filed 5,000 suspicious activity reports on Epstein. $1 billion in suspicious financial wires from Jeffrey Epstein. That either one or two things is true. He is either at the center of an international blackmail ring, or he's a money launderer. And JP Morgan covered it up. And the Treasury Department's covered up because they get those reports. That's what this has always been about.
So listen, if
Like
you can have
Raymond
this
Reddington.
honest conversation about Epstein now, let's just go ahead with this lame duck president and be honest about everything that the American people care about. They care about affordability.
She love
They care about
insulting.
the fact that literally people are starving in this country because we have 42 million people, and I don't remember any one of you during that almost 2-month break deciding to go on faux news or any other news outlet and say, you know what, it is wrong to have 42 million people that are relying on $6 a day to eat, and we have the money because somehow our president was able to find under the couch cushion, the one that JD wasn't sitting on, under the couch cushion, he was able to find 40, how much did he find to send to Argentina? 40, there we go.
All right, y'all get mad that we sending money to Argentina. Obviously, people don't know how geopolitics work, right? So let's be serious. Would you rather them send money to a nation where it could better our money, Or would you rather them send money somewhere where it's funding wars? I mean, you pick and choose. You understand what I'm saying? All I'm telling you is do your own research. Stop allowing people like her to dictate what you should and shouldn't know. Or don't just take what she's saying for face value. Do the same with me. Do your own research.
40 billion to send to Argentina. But those emergency funds, he couldn't find them emergency funds so that Americans could eat.
Knock
so
it
listen,
off.
if y'all are gonna be honest and talk about Epstein right now, let's be honest about everything that is causing y'all to lose real bad. Did y'all see the election results on November 4th? It didn't go very well. So let's just start having honest conversations so that hopefully some of y'all in some of these tight seats, maybe y'all can get reelected.
All she do is
and
take
we can just work
jabs.
together.
He admitted that he did receive donations from a Jeffrey Epstein, so at least I wasn't trying to mislead people. Now, have I dug in to find out who this doctor is? I have not. So I will trust and take what he says is that it wasn't that Jeffrey Epstein, but I was not attempting to mislead anybody. I literally had maybe 20 minutes before I had to do that debate.
Yeah, but people might see that and say, well, you're trying to make it sound like he took money from
I did not know.
a registered sex offender.
No, but I literally did not know.
So why would
when
you say
search
that?
FEC files, and that's what I had my team to do. I texted them and I said, listen, we're going up. They are saying that she took donations.
Right, but someone might say, well, your team should have done the homework to make sure it wasn't the convicted sex trafficker.
Within 20 minutes, you could not find that out, not from just doing a quick
So
search
then
on
you
FEC.
don't do it
so
that day.
number one, I made sure that I was clear that it was a Jeffrey Epstein, but I never said that it was specifically that Jeffrey Epstein. Who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very quickly. Mitt Romney, the NRCC, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, Win Red, McCain Palin, Rick Lazio.
She wrote a book, as you know, and she did not accuse him of any wrongdoing. What do you make of that, and can you confirm that?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it's redacted who the victim is, so I won't necessarily take the Republicans' word on who it is that's redacted. And I don't know why they would necessarily redact someone's name who is deceased at this point.
The Democrats did that, though. The Democrats redacted.
No, I understand,
Okay,
but I'm just saying, like, our biggest concern.
Now it's your biggest concern. Now it's your biggest concern. You see what I'm saying? She is the queen of gaslighting. Do you not see? I'm coming out with more videos. I will be posting more videos just to point the hypocrisy, all right? You guys need to start doing your own research. Stop allowing people like this who have fake power and love to manipulate. It seems like all she's good at is insulting, being sarcastic and catty, and then pulling up information last minute without even doing a full research. That's what most Democrats are, unfortunately. And they bank on you guys being this way. I'm just telling you. Like I said, I'm neither left or right. I'm just common sense. Pro common sense. That's it. So listen, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what next video you want to see. I'll see you in the next one.